running pretty low, still has the salve, so she'll be able to take a nice sip of, what do you call it? Sobe?
Oh, I call it Gatorade break.
No, Gatorade breaks the mana break.
Oh, that's the mana break? Green tea?
I guess.
Is it green tea? Oh, Ember Spirit getting gone on in the mid. Deserted had an Invis rune, but Bellatrix comes in with the heal. That wand work. The Dark Lord would be impressed.
I can't even. I can't even.
Yeah. Well, keep not being able to, then. Keep up the good work.
KY up top, leading in last hits right now. She is actually 12-3, surpassed by
Mafia Cheese still hanging out here looking for that courier. It's got Alacrity and flying, so he's kind of missed his chance.
He might, yeah. Wait, he's going for it now.
Is he going for it?
Arctic Burn going out. I don't think he's going to have the damage. No, he's not going to have the damage.
And
Bull is coming out. And he's burning pretty low. He still has the Flame Guard. And she wants to dive on this. Doesn't have enough mana for really anything, but does throw out the dagger, and that will be enough to kill him. Waiting for the tick, and that will be a kill on the Queen of Pain.
Exactly enough for a Shadow Strike, it looks like.
Yep.
Bottom
Meanwhile,
lane.
down on bottom, they do have the Sentry Ward, so they finally find that frickin' Observer that was blocking out the pool camp, but they found something else. They've also found this AA, and they're going to be able to track this down. One more hit, and that will be a kill for the Riki on top of this AA.
Yeah, Riki enjoys himself a little bit of ice cream.
Meanwhile, back on mid.
I was just about to say Riki was not getting much done down there, but now, I mean, that's gonna help him. That's gonna help him a little bit. You know, it's a nice little influx of gold. He also went for an Orb of Venom, so Riki and PA have nothing but venom for each other.
Now, you said she might go for the Battle Fury. Earthshaker has been stacking a little bit. He's got about one stack there, and that's it, actually.
There's two. There's one here, and there's one here.
So, I mean... Oh, hold on. Fissure coming out. They don't have a sentry to actually reveal him, so Omni Knight throwing out the casual repel just in case, but he's just fine.
A Riki with a backup Omni Knight seems like such a pain in the butt.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's not really something you want to go up against.
Does repel purge dust? That's a question I want to know. Okay.
Just the diffusal.
Okay, just...
It stops anything that's magic damage, but I don't think it'll block dust being popped.
Okay, and it doesn't purge like stuns from you, does it?
Only if he has it on before. It won't purge it. It'll just block it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So Vengeful Spirit up top here, sitting 22 and 6. She's pretty comfortable.
Oh, Ember Spirit's getting wrecked mid. Night Stalker and Earthshaker came in. It was a 3v1.
Yeah, not gonna have a very good time. Fissure block. Also, did he crack the Crippling Fear too? No, he doesn't even have it leveled. So just straight into Void. Just doing straight damage, I guess, for this Night Stalker. And he's really let this Venge alone up on top. And you know what? Farm's being secured pretty well around the map here for Business Gaming. As Riki, Ember, and Vengeful Spirit all pretty top of the board. It's really just the Quap that's doing well for herself, sitting 22 and 6. And as she picks up a Bounty Rune, she's going to be finishing her treads here pretty soon. But Ember wants to look for blood here as he uses all his remnants to jump on her. Needs to throw off a Searing Change. Does get her before she blinks, but not doing enough damage quite yet. Blink is back online, and she will be able to narrowly escape with her life. Just a little bit more HP there.
Look at how much of a badass she is. She blinks up.
Hold on. Meanwhile, up on top, Deserted wanting to go into Mafia Cheese as well as the Night Stalker, but he doesn't really have much mana left. Only one for Void. And they're still kind of hovering around. They want to go for this kill. Void does come out of Mafia Cheese, does throw out... Oh no, he's fissure blocked into the trees. Both of them are stuck here on the wrong side of the block. But nobody's really there to continue that. Doesn't have enough mana for anything. They need to chase down this Winter Wyvern. She's got absolutely nothing. KY waiting for a stun, will toss it out. And ACL running pretty low. Throws out the Void, but will fall down to KY before she goes down to Rhaegar, and that's going to be the end of it for Mafia Cheese as he will fall down into the trees. Double kill for the Queen of Pain. That's quite a good amount of gold going to the Queen of Pain. And Ember Spirit's just going to continue to farm it up on mid. No relocate for him to come help out his team up on top.
Yeah, he needs to throw out some of these remnants. He needs some defensive positioning for himself. He's got 2 available, it looks like. So he needs to throw them somewhere so he can run away. He's doing fairly well. He opted for the man shield. I guess he's not going Aquila, so he's playing a little bit more defensively because he's died a little bit. So that's reasonable decisions, I would say. TP coming in mid. Ooh.
Will be 2 of them, and it looks like they're just going to start to rotate this Night Stalker. Knight will be coming off a little bit.
Fissure, wrong side, but they still get him.
More than enough.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain, now with her Sonic Wave,
Yeah.
slices down.
Ember Spirit's he's not gonna have a great
Dyer's
game
middle tower
after
is
Riki-
under
these
attack.
multiple kills.
Riki actually picked up a kill down here on bottom. Does pick off the AA yet again. And now he's finished his power tread. So level 6 on Riki. You know what? I think they can just continue to go on to PA. With his heal bomb, it's quite a burst of damage. And PA definitely not one of the tankest heroes early on.
He's still got a 20% miss chance on her. She's got 1 level in evasion, so we'll see. Ooh, Night Stalker pops his ult.
Fissure block coming out. Cold Embrace going on to KY, so that will preserve him for a little bit longer. They don't have enough damage to really do anything. She does turn around, throws out the call. Swap going on as well. This will be a kill onto Deserted. Vengeful Spirit doing quite a bit of work here. Now level 8. And has secured quite a bit of farm for herself. Uses the swap quite well in that situation. And
Yeah, it was a great swap for level 1, because level 1 swap sucks.
that
The
damage
range is awful.
that damage, like Winter Wyvern didn't really offer much except for the Cold Embrace onto Venge. Just the turnaround with the wave as well as her own damage aura is just so much to take down that Earthshaker. And look at ACL, throws at the Void and just wants to run away. He's playing pretty scared, even though he's pretty much full hit points. Ember Spirit, meanwhile, getting a kill on the Queen of Pain on mid, and that's quite a bit of gold going to him. So does have his bottle, and he goes for the Bassi as well, a couple of sticks. Kind of interesting to see that. Doesn't go for the drums early on. I feel that they need the drums, especially in this sort of lineup. They're kind of a divey team with the Riki and Omni as well as the Venge. Drums would probably be in his best interest so they can run around, but instead just goes for kind of a more tanky build.
I think he's gotten killed too many times, and he's trying to go for small victories.
Radiant's
Being
top
the
tower
poor man's
is under
shield
attack.
and the Aquila Bassi kind of
Radiant's
combo, and
structures are fortified.
BOT, or excuse me, just Boots of Speed. So I think he's thinking more in the short term right now until he feels more comfortable with not getting murdered every time they gank him.
It was for his Aquila. I didn't see that. The rest of it was on the courier. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's for the Aquila.
Dyer's middle tower.
Meanwhile, down on bottom, Riki picking off yet another Ancient Apparition, and that's 3 in a row here, and no turnaround on anyone down on bottom, and PA's having to play pretty scared down here, as she's sitting on under half health, and like I said, 3rd kill on this AA. He's pretty poor, only has dust in his pocket, and Riki's starting to farm off him pretty well.
Yeah, PA's going to have a hard time. She doesn't really have someone to really support her. AA just keeps dying over and over again. She's got a Helm of Iron Wills, so, you know, she's probably going Helm of the Dominator. And that could give her the health steal she needs to kind of stay alive if she wants to, like, man mode Riki. A little bit of damage and some life steal, so that could be good. It's a real problem for the AA Riki just being able to slap him around. It's unfortunate. And then Venge is just getting... I guess she's getting all the farm she wants, but her net worth is still below the Queen by... I guess only by a couple hundred. And has she picked... Is something on the courier for her? Because I feel like she should have more items if she's been having such a great free farm time up here.
Yeah. Treads, Aquila. She's got 800. It's not.
Yeah, that's true. Is that 2 Aquilas on their team? That is. That's okay. And then Yasha, I'm guessing. Sanjin Yasha she's going to go for.
Yeah, she could definitely go for the Yasha.
Yeah, okay. She seems to be having a good time up there. Earthshaker way off his Blink Dagger. It's going to take him a while to farm that up. Night Stalker has an urn. That's pretty great for him.
It looks like the pause will be coming off, so game resuming, and let's check back down on bottom here as PA is stuck in the trees, and Riki's just kind of on the hunt, just walking around. I think he thought she was going to head all the way back to the fountain, but he's going to look elsewhere as he travels up onto mid here. Nobody else for any sort of return, but Desert is there by himself, and he's going to spot this out. And he's going to look to go on him. Doesn't want to get there in time for the Invis rune. Riki's not going to be able to finish him off.
Yep, now Deserted is going to play Riki's game. He's going Invis.
Throws down the sentry.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Thought they were going to lure him into that, but Earthshaker has other plans, and he will look to go the other way. Back on mid, Ember Spirit sitting pretty comfortable now on this Quap. After that kill on mid, gets that dominating streak, and as we talked about, finishes up his ring. Now he's sitting at about 50 last hits, so definitely coming right back on track on this game. Meanwhile, up on top, KY sitting pretty low, and yeah, you will be right. She will be grabbing that Yasha early on, so a little bit of extra right click for her, and definitely a lot more speed.
Yeah, I think Ricky's you're gonna see Ricky floating around mid again. He did this last time. He kind of just waited, sat by mid. He just revealed himself with a courier, unfortunately, but depends on if BangBang was looking. He's just gonna hang out mid. Or I guess he's not gonna do that. Okay.
Hold on. Meanwhile, on mid, Fissure does go out, but Ember Spirit does have a Remnant to jump away, and looks like he's actually going to Remnant forward as he does get the bullets onto Raiga, and Quap will be coming in. Look for the swap. Not in range quite a bit yet.
I think Raiga is lagging.
Arctic Burn coming up from the Wyvern doesn't really get anything done. Cold Embrace coming out, probably not the best choice to Cold Embrace right beside the enemy tier 1 as Fissure does come out. Heal Bomb from the Omni Knight, but the Sonic Wave coming in will finally finish her off. Meanwhile, Quilly coming in, throwing out the smoke. Not enough to hold back the Quap, and they can't really chase down the Night Stalker either. They do throw out the ward, so decent vision here to be able to take down the T1 as some sort of small victory, as they do lose the Wyvern for nothing.
Tower is under attack.
Down on bottom, PA will be continuing to farm, and this is the farm that they wanted on the Gyro last game, and they are getting it on the on the Phantom Assassin. So she could go into the Battle Fury to get some sort of propel into the late game, I suppose, but I don't think she really needs it. She has picked up the Helm of the Dominator. It looks like they're actually going to TP in right into this major team fight. The tower's still not down. Bellatrix getting Cold Embraced up, and A will be falling first, so 3 already down, but Riki and the Omni Knight falling down as well. And I don't know how much longer ACL can actually chase this. Crippling Fear going out on top of the Ember Spirit, but he's full of mana, and he might actually look to turn this. Finally gets spotted out. Void going out, but Winter Wyvern's right there to back him up, as well as KY. Wave of Tower comes out, stun as well, and this will be cleanup on ACL on the Night Stalker. So they do manage to get the tower, as well as, I believe that was 4 kills in the end of that.
Yeah, I think it was 4 kills. Chaos Underage is using his Remnants very, very aggressively. I think it's putting him in some scary situations. But, I mean, I can't argue with the results that's happening right now.
And with that, he's sitting at about 1,600 in the bank. He will spot out a stack here, and it looks like he's going to take it. So this is going to jump him up even further, as I think his levels are quite ahead of the rest of them. If I can find the freaking level thing. There it is. No, he's level 10. Same with the Vengeful Spirit, so I mean, Quap with that 1 pickup kill, doing okay for herself. It looks like she's actually going to go for the Orchid. Picks up the Oblivion Staff, and meanwhile down on bottom, Winter Wyvern throwing out the Arctic Burn just to get away, but Quilly wants to re-engage as he's falling pretty low. Repel coming out, Cold Embrace as well, so not enough to kill him quite yet. As Quap rotates in, throws out the Scream, but not enough to kill the Riki as he does blink back on forth. Bellatrix healing up himself and manages to throw the ult just before he goes down. But the Queen of Pain will clean up the Riki, and now they're looking for the chase here. Phantom Assassin falling to the burn of Chaos Ownage. And it's kind of a split team fight here, as it's a 2 for 2, but they should be able to go on to more. Ember Spirit being forced out, still has the haste turn available, throws at the Remnant, he will TP and come right back. This Mafia Cheese has enough for an ultimate still, and they might want to take more here. Queen of Pain jumping right back in, Sonic Wave going up, but Ember Spirit's back, full health, full mana. They're going to manage to bring down the Winter Wyvern first, and both of them are sitting pretty healthy. I don't think Ember Spirit can go too deep on this. Repel tossed out from the Omni Knight. They're looking to chase Queen of Pain, but she will have enough mana for a blink here in 2 seconds. And I think this is just going to extend the team fight, but nothing's really going to come of it, as everybody rotating back on mid and on top.
PA picking up her phase boots.
In that scenario, I mean, just a really disorganized team fight from kind of both sides, and Quap managing to get the Riki. I mean, they had so much sustain for Business Gaming, it felt like, but just not enough damage. What do you think went wrong there?
I think it was just well, it's kind of like what's happening top right now. Oh, good swap. But I don't know if that's a good trade. Yeah, Ricky's going to fall. Looks like Venge is also going to die.
Yeah, not enough to get the Riki out of there, as Dust was popped by Deserted and manages to get the Riki underneath. KY actually turning on the Night Stalker, but will be Raiga rotating in to pick up the kill on that. And Ember Spirit wanting to get some work done of his own, as he should be able to get Deserted. But he needs to be careful. He's got absolutely no more mana left. Still has a stick charge, so gets a little bit of mana back. Has the Orchid on him now, or the Crippling Fear, sorry. Bolus up on 2. Bellatrix is rotated in. Heal Bomb coming out. Repel drop. They should be able to chase down ACL. He doesn't have a Remnant up here for another 6 seconds. Still has a bolus. Might get on. Only gets it onto Spectre. So there should be a kill onto the AA. Heal Bomb coming out. And it will be the Omni Knight that actually secures that kill. Just not enough. Meanwhile, down on bottom. Mafia Cheese
taking
chasing.
so much damage from Mafia Cheese.
Yeah, she has quite a bit of farm, but actually not a lot of tank ability. I mean, she's a pretty squishy carry early on. But up on top, what a mix of events as Business Gaming thought they could lock down quite a bit of kills there, but they actually don't get the Night Stalker, nor do they get the Queen of Pain. And just not enough to secure both those kills, and they only come out with an AA kill. It's just quite unfortunate being able to spend so much from the Ember Spirit and not actually shackling down anybody.
Yeah, AA has his ult now, so these team fights are going to get even worse for Business Gaming, in my opinion. AA is going to be throwing out that ult, and it's going to ruin a lot of them. They're pretty squishy. I mean, they have the sustain from Omni Knight and Winter Wyvern, but you know, on like a base level, without that, they're pretty flimsy in the ways of hit points and defenses, in my opinion. So, I don't know. What do you think about that? Would you agree, or am I talking out of the back of my head?
I'm just not gonna agree. I'm not.
Okay.
It's too early on to really decide it, but.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I just mean the AA ult in the team fight is gonna really be hard for Business Gaming. It
will be. They do have the sustain from the healing, obviously, if the AA ult does get on. We were talking about it in the draft, but it's really too early to decide just because AA only has level 6. It just does not do enough to Business Gaming early on. And although they've done quite a bit of work here controlling these team fights, hold on. Hold that thought. Quilly getting gone on here. Crippling Fear going out, but the Cold Embrace will save him as Riki actually getting the Earthshaker first. AA Blast does come out, so this will do a little bit of standby damage, but not enough. Sonic Wave coming out, and it will land on a couple here. Bellatrix going down first, but she's going to get silenced up from the smoke cloud, and here comes Quill, but he is dusted, and you know what? He's going to actually fall from the PA. And that ends up being a 4-for-3 trade here for BangBang, and this is the kind of turn events that they needed. They do rotate in the PA, so she actually gets quite a bit from that, and she will buy her Ogre Club, so most likely going to be a BKB coming out, and that's going to be quite a good item here for the PA to grab, as they're kind of jumping into these team fights willy-nilly. I mean, they're running around here in the jungle, and they don't really want to go onto anything, but PA does rotate right in and grabs a couple kills for her own.
Yeah, she came in at the perfect time for her. Just played cleanup crew, got some kills, got some gold. She's sitting on 1,700 right now, so that BKB should be on its way very shortly.
Mafia Cheese throwing out the Arctic Burn on the Spectre. He's falling a little low, but that's pretty much going to be it for the engagement, as it's just her up on top. Venge was working on these stacks down here, so she does have a little bit of gold to her name, has the Yasha, should be getting the Sanj here pretty soon if that's what she goes for. I don't see a Manta coming for her. It's kind of a pointless item for the Venge.
I think she needs to get a Deso. I think PA sold her Ogre Club too, so she might be deciding on something different. Maybe she'll go for that Battle Fury that we were talking about earlier.
Definitely could be. She might want to go into the farm stage. Quite a bit of gold. I'm not sure what she really wants to go for here. If she does go for the Battle Fury, obviously she can propel her farm quite well, but just how her team's been working. I mean, Quap's been jumping in and getting quite a bit done. She has completed that Orchid, and pretty soon here, this Riki's going to have a Diffusal Blade online. I feel like BKB might be the item of the choice, but meanwhile, Riki jumping on. Nothing in the Courier, but that will be quite a bit of gold going to Business Gaming, but he will be trading his life for it as he's orchided it up under Tower Vision, and it will be split among 3 of them.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision. I mean, Earthshaker's right there, and if you're checking his inventory, you know he has dust. And
meanwhile, up on top, ACL getting gone on by 3, and Ember Spirit will clean up that kill. They might even look to turn on this one, as Ryguy actually rotated in, does have the ult, as well as the Earthshaker, but no blink on him, so can't really initiate too hard, but Mafia Cheese is diving pretty deep. They want this tower. Fissure Block going out, and that will block Mafia Cheese. Orchid comes out, so can't Arctic Burn, even if he had a Blast coming in, and that should be enough to secure the kill on top of the Winter Wyvern. They do trade the Earthshaker for that. I believe the Venge did get that kill too, so just a 1-for-1.
Net worth chart looking kind of even, actually. You know, there's a little bit of bonus on BangBang and a little bit of bonus on TBG, but they're all kind of within each other. There's a nice little pattern going on there.
Knight picking up the tower up on top, and sees the TP rotate in, so he's going to TP out himself. And that's going to be pretty much it. So quite a bit of huge chunk of gold here for TBG, and they're going to look to just continue to farm off of it.
Dire's middle tower is
Venge
under
going to be able to
Oh,
finish
sorry.
off. That's okay. Venge going to be finishing up the Sanjin Yasha right here. What about Night Stalker's going on?
He's starting to build into his Ags, so Vision's going to get really nasty for business.
I think it's pretty crucial for them right now because they're actually winning most of these team fights. So getting that Vision online, if he does get a gem as well, they'll be able to completely control the map. Because right now, Dire Vision, pretty huge. Ward's definitely deep in the jungle, so they're seeing quite a bit. And if they're able to lock that out, looks like they're actually rotating into the Rosh pit. KY throwing out the Wave of Terror, so this should be a pretty quick Rosh, and they're not going to suspect it at all, as there is absolutely no wards here for BangBang.
She did end up building that manta that you were talking about.
Swap going on to Deserted, as well as the stun. Bellatrix throwing out the heal bomb, and that'll be more than enough to secure that kill on Earthshaker. And now they've kind of missed their opportunity. They don't have a lot of lockdown, but Rosh still is only at about half health. A blast should be coming in right about now, and that should hit onto 3. And look at the Night Stalker want to come in. Oh, beautiful ult by the Winter Wyvern, and Quilly's there with the smoke cloud just to clean up, and Omni Knight throws out the ultimate, and this is going to be a cleanup on ACL as well. They trade 3 for the Winter Wyvern, just a huge turnaround for that ultimate, and they're going to be able to secure Rosh on top of this. Just complete awareness with that ward.
I was sure the Sonic Wave was coming and it was just going to murder everyone in the Roche pit, but she had it off cooldown, so too bad.
Yeah, I don't... If it was on cooldown, I don't think she should have jumped in there at all.
Yeah, I think they should have waited. I agree.
Huge credit to the Winter Wyvern being able to throw off the Winter's Curse, even if she did have the ult, to secure them that team fight. But yeah, she shouldn't have been jumping there at all.
Fabulous play. And now, I mean, like, TBG, last game it was Team SNY, and now it's Team Manta. So, we got Ember has a Manta, Vengeful Spirit has a Manta,
Yeah, Ben,
and,
good for the Manta.
Radiant's bottom tower
and
is under attack.
oh, I guess Ricky's building a Diffusal Blade. Come on, Ricky, you could build a Manta too.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And just with that team fight, things are swinging pretty quick here as XP diving deep into 3K lead here for Business Gaming, as well as over a 5K lead for Business Gaming. So just like that, they're jumping way ahead of the graphs, and yeah, KY sitting pretty comfortable here. She's got 9 kills to her name, and the Ember Spirit's got 8.
Yeah. KY has got a Morbid Mask in her stash. I'm curious what she's going to make that into. Is it going to be a Dom or maybe a Mask of Madness?
Hang on, Quilly's going to spot out Deserted here right away, throws out the Observer Ward, and he might actually look to
Dire's
go on
middle
him.
tower is under
Doesn't
attack.
want to dive the tower quite yet, but KY is
Dire's
rotating in. Look for the
structures
swap
are
here.
fortified.
Quilly throwing out the smoke. He wants to chase this down. Dust going out, swaps the Riki, and she
Nice.
actually just wants to take that kill of her own. Spectre rotating in, does manage to get off the ult just before he gets bursted down. And it looks like everybody's wanting to rotate in. They do finally manage to bring down the Vengeful Spirit, and PA has a Battle Fury of her own online now. Night Stalker throwing out the ultimate, so they have quite a bit of vision now. But Winter Wyvern backs him up with an ultimate, only lands onto the Night Stalker, but that should be more than enough to bring him down. Sonic Wave coming out, doesn't actually kill anybody. Finally, she brings down the Winter Wyvern, but they need to be careful here as Ember Spirit wants to rotate back in. Doesn't have really any mana, so they might actually be able to hold their own in this fight. Mech finally coming out from the Omni Knight. Rygaw has enough for a blink, and he will actually get away scot-free, as well as the PA.
Yeah, Omni Knight, fabulous counter to PA. I mean, yeah, you're critting, I'm healing, and you're taking damage.
Yeah.
Usually it's, you know, at one point in time, or, excuse me, at one point in the game, you know, it becomes very hard to hit PA and burst her down. You really need that magical damage or something that can really make contact with her. And Omni Knight's purification is, apparently that's what you want.
29 minutes in, or 25 minutes in, sorry. Pretty huge lead. We got Ember Spirit with about 11.5k net worth. Hold on, Orchid coming up from the Quap, but he will Manta it out. Repel also going on top, and looks like Quilly's actually wanting to jump on top of the Queen of Pain. Doesn't throw out the Smoke Cloud, she had BKB anyway, so they're just fine. They might actually look to just take this tower instead. Everybody is back up here for BangBang. But yeah, both carries pretty high on net worth, but you know, PA isn't too far behind. Has the BKB, has picked up the Javelin as well. Gets shackled on, and she's actually going to jump forward onto Chaos Ownage. And Bellatrix doesn't actually have that much mana.
Gaming missing right now.
Ember Spirit throwing out everything. Will actually get the Omni Knight. A blast going out on top of Quilly, so they might actually completely rotate everybody in to clean up. And Chaos Ownage ends up getting slammed here. Aegis will finally expire. No wonder he's playing so aggressive. The Earthshaker will finally fall, so currently a 3 for 2 as Chaos Owners does come right back up, and they're pretty low. Bullets onto 2, just as the PA does blink in. The Orchid does go out. She might actually lock down a kill before she goes out. Crit does finally come up from the PA, but clean up for KY on the Vengeful Spirit as he gets an ultra kill at the end of this team fight, and holy shit, he's got about 3,300 in the bank. And
that was a fabulous swap from KY on the Ember. Even though he died, it still moved him out of position for KY to be able to do some interesting things in between the Night Stalker and the PA. And then the Remnant forward and the shackles on PA and Night Stalker as they were trying to disengage by the Ember Spirit was fabulous.
Yeah, just unfortunate timing there for the PA. She did blink on top of the Night Stalker just as he had thrown out the chains, and that completely shackled them down, and they weren't able to really get anything done. She did pick up the kill on Ember Spirit, so didn't lose her life without anything to gain for it. And, you know, she's going to be pretty close here to an MKB, so...
Yeah, so that'll be a strong item for her, too.
Yeah, she's almost level 16, too, so she will be getting pretty huge crits coming from it, but I feel as though KY is doing so much. He just had early game farm to secure the early game items. Now he has the Mantle online. And yeah, if we talk about it, he's got 4,000 gold in the bank. If he wants to pick up a Deso right now, or if he even wants to go Scotty Root or something like that just to tank up, that's just so much damage, including with the Ember Spirit, who now has a Claymore, so it looks like he's going to go for a late Battle Fury.
Yeah, and it looks like, I think Vengeful Spirit's going to go for Scotty. She's got the power, or Ultimate Orb. And PA, she hits just as hard as PA, I think, without, you know, not counting in coup de grace. So that's something to be said.
They smoke up. They have quite a bit of vision down here with this Observer Ward. They knew that ACL is down here farming, but they're going to be chasing a little too far, and I think they might just look to get back, as smoke will be expiring here in about 10 seconds. And yeah, they're just going to play it safe. They're going to go back to farming, and looks like they're actually going to jump forward onto Chaos Owners. The Fissure does come out, as well as the Silence does Manto away, but not enough, as Earthshaker does pick up that kill. It's a healthy 657 gold straight to the Earthshaker. Already has his Blink Dagger, so... Not sure if he's gonna just buy some support items for them, or, you know, Eggs isn't the strongest item in the game for him right now, but definitely go for the little extra damage. Fissure block coming from the Earthshaker doesn't stun Bellatrix, but will be enough to hold him in, and he's kind of looking for the deny here. Crippling Fear going out, and that should be enough, so yet another kill here for Deserted. You know, they're doing pretty good work as they take another tower up on top. Ryguy picking up some extra gold, and she's going to be building straight into an Agnum Scepter. Meanwhile, down on bottom, A Blast going out onto KY. He's falling pretty low, and they've rotated everybody in on him. PA is going to pick that kill up, so they're starting to feed a couple kills away. That's 3 down, and 2 in particular, the Ember Spirit and the Vengeful Spirit, way too deep. And just kind of feeding away their lead here. Not something they need to be doing.
Yeah, PA almost has her Skull Basher, which I'm sure she's going to build into an Abyssal Blade, and then she's going to get really nasty. TBG, or Business Gaming, was very separated in that, in those random quick intervals of team fights. BangBang decided to roll as 5, and TBG were kind of caught unawares.
Meanwhile, down on bottom will be Spectre and ACL. Will be spotted out. The Courier as well, and Quilly's gonna jump on yet another Courier. Nothing on it, but that's still even more gold. And the Courier down for the carries that desperately need these items. But Ricky will be gone on. They do have vision on him for the time being. Actually, the gem is on the Night Stalker, so they'll be able to track down this kill. Does pick him up.
Yeah, earlier in the draft, picking the Ricky into the Night Stalker, now that I think about it, was a pretty scary... That was a pretty scary gamble, because he's probably going to get a gem, and he's probably going to get Ags, and his nighttime vision is just going to be ridiculous.
And it looks like ACL might want to chase down in the Wyvern. Doesn't want to go too deep, as the tower hasn't really fallen yet, so they're going to look to rotate a couple more people in. Deserted, as well as... I'm going to say Triple O or Ooh. PA.
Ooh.
Ooh is right, as she rotates back up top to get some more healthy, secure farm. And things are just kind of scattered right now. A little bit of farming being done by the Ember Spirit, finishing up his Battle Fury. It's closing in on it pretty soon here. It needs about 800 gold left.
Yeah, Night Stalker's working on a BKB as well, so that's kind of cool. That'll be good for him.
And unfortunately, AA hasn't been getting too much gold, so Does pick up the Midas, however, and he will be going for the point booster right now, so he's on his way to his Ags. Has hit a level 11, so has the level 2 Ice Blast. Pretty strong for the AA now, and this is where we see things swing quite heavily. Although there is quite a good lead for Business Gaming here, it actually has come pretty much right back to 0 here in XP. Well, they've been letting the Ember Spirit farm all alone, and just over 2,500 in net worth, so BangBang coming right back into this game, and they're securing themselves into the late game, getting some pretty key items. Quap almost finishing her Aghanim Scepter, needs about 500 gold. The gem now on the Night Stalker. Eggs going on for the AA here, probably in another 10 minutes. And looks like ACL is being gone on right now. Everything being expended. Even the ult from the Winter Wyvern, don't think they really needed it. They secure the kill anyway. I guess they want the gem.
No, that's a good pickup. That's probably the best case scenario for them right now. If they're going to pick anybody off, it's that. I mean, they could get the PA, and that would be a great windfall, but they're also getting the gem off the Night Stalker, and that's a big deal. BangBang can buy another one, but that leaves Ricky a lot more room to be less scared of what's going on. Like, Night Stalker with a gem is scary, and Vengeful picks up a Scotty. Oh my, she's gonna be hitting like a truck now, man.
Yeah, so Business Gaming has quite a bit of respawn damage to the team fight of BangBang. The Battle Fury now finished for the Ember Spirit, should be flying out here rather shortly as Rosh does respawn again. Gonna pick up yet another Aegis, and they might even look to go high ground, push it all the way through. Now they have the gem off the Night Stalker. Ags is on the Queen of Pain now, she's picked that up, but yeah, with that Scotty, Vengeful Spirit pretty tanky. They deal so much damage now with this Battle Fury for the Ember Spirit. Now they have the Aegis online, so a blast will whiff, doesn't hit anybody, and they're going to look to go mid.
Yeah, that Roche is a big pickup, and they have Scotty. They have Battle Fury on the Ember now. They can really start to throw their weight around if they want. I don't think you can count out BangBang though. That Earthshaker ultimate can do a lot of work. Queen of Pain has her ultimate, so there's going to be a lot of magic damage coming their way if they set it up correctly.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to go straight on to mid. They want this T2, and they want it right now. Not afraid of anything, as KY is sitting pretty healthy. A Blast is going to hit on 2. But
KY doesn't care.
Yeah.
She can just shake it off, honestly.
Middle tower is under
Late
attack.
repel going on to KY, so she's not going to take the initial damage of it, but she won't be healed up. Still has bottled the regen rune, so she can use pretty much everything and still be pretty healthy. Sonic Wave going out just on KS owners to delay any sort of push, but just not going to be enough, as it only hit on him, and he still has the Aegis.
Now they're going to rotate top and look to take that tower.
Yep, just cleaning up, getting a little bit extra gold here, and pretty much securing that no farm will be had by BangBang, and PA's a little bit troublesome. She's picked up her MKB, so she's dealing decent damage, also gets the stuns out now, but this is going to be a free tower here for TBG, and there's not a lot that they can do about it. ACL playing pretty deep. He needs to be careful here. They could rotate around him pretty quick. And it looks like Quilly's going to go scout him out here.
Regeneration.
Oh, I didn't think she was going to build an MKB. I thought she was going to build a Basher.
Radiant's top tower is
She
under
got the
attack.
MKB.
Interesting.
And Chaos Onage just frontlining right now, still has the Aegis, throws out the repel, gets the stun onto Ragai, and he's going to continue to just wear down that tower, throws out the ultimate from the Queen of Pain. Does Manta away from the silence, and this could be the time that they go in. She's expended her ult. It is back up in another 30 seconds, but it's quite a bit of free time for them to come right back into this. Ember Spirit will go heal up in the fountain, but it's going to come right back down to bottom as they have a new creep wave, and this might be the time they actually go in.
Yeah, with Aegis on Ember. Oh, swap.
Swap onto the PA, uses the BKB. Nighttime coming out as well, so Winter Wyvern throwing out the ultimate onto the PA, not getting a lot of damage onto him, but that is more than enough to kill down Deserted. A Blast coming in, only hits onto the Winter Wyvern and KY. Actually got the Riki, so that might wear him down. Cold Embrace coming out, not going to be able to heal him up. His Illusion's just chasing down. His Ember Spirit is in super deep, still has the Aegis online. Manages to Remnant away, does have the dagger on him, so Aegis will be burned, but he still has a full backup of all his team, pretty healthy, and all their stun and silence is down for the count here, still in the fountain, and they're going to jump forward. PA does get a huge kill onto the Riki, so good jump by her with this new MKB, but they're going to continue to work this down. Still haven't taken down the tower, but finally Glyph being expended, and they've had enough of this team fight, and A Blast coming in, so still doing quite a bit of work. They need to take these racks and get out, because eventually Earthshaker will be up, and that's a Blink Dagger and Echo Slam. They need to get out.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Raiga throwing out Sonic Wave from the side, doesn't manage to really hit anybody. His TP does come in. Earthshaker gets the Fissure on a Chaos Onage and the Enchant Totem. Dust going out, so they do see a Chaos Onage, but they're going to be able to clean up Deserted, and KY will be finally stunned up here with the Ice Vortex. Repel going out to get the stun off of her. She does not have a lot of life points left, but she will get a kill of her own just before she falls to the Queen of Pain, so good work by them as a blink forward here onto Mafia Cheese, and he's diving really deep, wants to get away, but Dust will reveal him. Void going out, and they're going to be able to chase this kill down, so staying a little too long here and not taking down the racks in time. That will cost them a Vengeful Spirit as well as the Winter Wyvern, but do manage to get out the Ember.
Yeah, a little bit of a tunnel vision from Business Gaming, but they did get the melee racks. The only ones left are ranged. They got a lot of kills. They killed the Earthshaker twice. He did not get to participate in those fights very much. He is very poor now. So we'll see how this goes. They definitely have a weakness in this lane now, so they're going to have to compensate for that. And Ember's going to be able to just pressure bottom as much as he wants if he decides to go down there.
Yeah, and Queen of Pain looks like she's going to go for the AC here. They definitely need it. This Vengeful Spirit doing so much output damage with the Wave of Terror. And looks like Nightstalker's probably just going to go for a BKB of his own Ember Spirit, now having the Daedalus online. So even more damage coming up for him from the last engagement. And, you know, PA kind of held her own, though. She is going to go for the Basher now, so wants that little bit of extra stun, a little bit more damage from her, so... it'll be good to see from that, but I just feel there's so many endgame items coming out from Business Gaming, and Vengeful Spirit going down, but she's going to have an MKB here pretty soon at about 1,200 gold, and it just looks like BangBang, they still have pretty much all their racks up. They lost the melees on top, but they need some big swing team fight here to happen quick, otherwise this is going to be yet another game going down.
Yeah, Ember can be wherever he wants on the map now, too. And,
oh no, hold on. This Observer Ward spotting out the AA, and Riki's going to be able to jump right on top of him, and Omni Knight getting the last hit onto the AA, so it's a pretty big loss for them as everything's pretty much pushed out. They're all kind of in the same vicinity, so they might actually be able to start pushing down on bottom, force a buyback from this AA.
Yeah, Ember Spirit can't, or excuse me, Ancient Apparition can't catch a break, unfortunately. He's way out. They need to play very defensively. It's going to be very difficult for BangBang. They're going to have to stay on the high ground, watch for the other team to make mistakes, and get a good jump. The AA ult is going to be key, and the Epicenter, excuse me, Echo Slam. I always want to call it Epicenter. The Echo Slam is going to be key. So if they can wombo combo that, it'd be pretty amazing. We'll see what happens.
And A doesn't buy back, saves it all the way until the end, but BKB going out on Raigai as well as the PA. They do manage to bring down the Riki quite handily. And ACL jumping out a little too deep, and it looks like he's going to go him down pretty quick. Finally, the Echo Slam coming out as well as the A Blast will hit on all three. So pretty good hit by them, but KY still pretty healthy. Buyback from the Nightstalker, and they're going to chase this kill down. They should be able to get it as Winter Wyvern's on the side, and they'll be able to get out, but Chaos holding them back with the Shackle. And they did spot out the Winter Wyvern. They still have the Nightstalker back now, so able to get that full healthy vision, but...
They might lose top racks, actually, for that. Oh, well, no. They're good. They got in fast enough, and the creeps helped out.
Oh, no. He didn't Midas the siege.
The desperation.
So they do manage to get quite a bit of kills off of that, and only the Nightstalker using buyback. Only one to go down there, so... Good turn of events by them. Don't let another tower fall. Didn't really take any hits at all. And really the jump on that Riki right away really held him out. I thought that Quap was going to die pretty quick as soon as she got hemmed in. But throws out the BKB and manages to get off a beautiful Sonic Wave, and they bring pretty much all of them down.
Ember Spirit is completely out of Remnants now, which is scary for him. You don't want to get caught with your pants down.
He's pretty deep. Should be okay, but what's he farming up now? He's been alive for a while. Mm-hmm. He's probably sitting on some healthy gold, 2,200.
Probably another Daedalus if he wants.
Could
even get a Divine. I mean, eventually. If he really wants to.
AC now complete onto the Quap, so that's going to definitely help them in their next team fight. And, you know, Business Gaming playing a little bit scared now after losing the last two team fights. And up on top, they should have just let that one go. They should have got what they came for, got the objectives done, and got out. But they fed away a couple of kills, and with that, a couple more items here for BangBang, able to come back online in this game.
Yeah, PA is going to work her way towards a Skull Basher, an Abyssal, I guess. With that Abyssal, she's going to have some pretty nasty lockdown. She'll probably be able to kill the Riki or the... I would say, well, her main target will probably be the Riki, because everyone else is a little harder to kill. And they've been doing a really good job of carrying dust and keeping vision on the Riki. He's been very aggressive, and then they respond with their vision, which is the smart play.
They've picked up that extra gem here on the Night Stalker as well.
Oh, they got another one?
So
good. Yeah,
even more vision for the Night Stalker.
It's a good way to deal with that. Yeah.
He's bought back as well, so he might as well expend his gold. He's getting pretty close to his BKB. He is pretty tanky in his own right, so might be worth going for here pretty quick. AA Blast going out, checking out the Rosh Pit. Not up yet. Still has about 2 minutes left on the timer, but we'll grab Bellatrix just with the tail end of that Ice Blast.
Yeah, Night Stalker's been working on this BKB for a while. Has he been a few times? Yeah, 6 and 11. I guess maybe
6 and 11, but he's been supporting quite handily. I mean, that's basically a Night Stalker in this patch. Is get your Ags online, get the gem, and just kind of scout. You're tanky anyway, so you don't really need anything more than that. But
yeah.
Venge racking up the kills here, 17, 7, and 9. She's had a pretty A-OK time for herself, but meanwhile, they're going to jump right on the Mafia Cheese, and with this gem, they're going to be able to spot that out. Ember Spirit wanting to shackle him down, but Remnant's back as he can't really do anything. And Rosh still not up here for another minute. So that's a pretty big key kill here. Winter Wyvern down for yet another minute. And that's not going to be any Cold Embrace. They might be able to, or Winter Curse, sorry. They might actually be able to go for Rosh. They've scouted out the Remnant, and both teams should know it's been a while, and he's going to be up here rather shortly. Yeah,
both teams posturing around the Rosh Pit. AA doesn't really have to actually be near the Rosh Pit to be essential in the fight. His ultimate will be a nice big burst in the middle of that fight. It depends on... I'm curious to see if he's going to wait until the end to do it, or more towards the beginning of the fight.
Under attack.
A is getting pretty close to his Agnum Scepter as well. He's about 1,000 gold left, and I don't think he's going to get it up before the next Rosh fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just constantly throwing out AA Blast to finally get some vision onto Rosh, and you know what? It might come out just as he spawns, it will. So, gives vision, they know Rosh is up. So does Bellatrix as he walks right into the Rosh Pit. And both teams quickly hustling over. Quilly making his way all the way back. Almost has Sandra Nyasha. Actually does have it. Maybe just save him for buyback. As Chaos Honich does walk into the pit. Now has a Demon Edge, so dealing quite a bit of damage. Look at this Winter Wyvern. Look at the items on her. Jesus.
Is Rye Guy going to make it there in time? I don't think he has enough time.
No. I think A is just going to sit and wait for the blast. He's not really going to put anything in.
I think it's going to be a Lincoln's on Winter Wyvern.
He's got so much farm, and Rosh is going to go down here. Will be Cheese as well, so too little too late as they wanted to walk into that to start a team fight, but Rosh will fall before anything commences, and they're all going to have to get back as AA getting jumped on here by the Ember Spirit. That'll be him blown up, so they won't have this AA for the next minute. No buyback on him.
Yeah, I think it was unfortunate, but Queen of Pain TP'd top to defend the racks here right before Roshan spawned, and the fight started happening in the Rosh Pit. And so if she had been able to be more in the area, I think they could have contested that Rosh fight more. So it's too bad that she had to defend. So that just shows you that fight they had top, where they took most of the barracks, that's doing work for them. So.
And now the time here is for Business Gaming to march high ground and take another set of racks. As KY getting the rappel on, she's carrying the Aegis this time, also has her completed MKB just flown out on the courier. They've also brought in this Ogre Frost Mage to give him a little bit of extra armor. It's going to be that much harder to take her down.
She's going to be able to hit PA pretty hard.
And they're just going to start whacking on this tower. Arctic Burn going out, just staying afar here from Mafia Cheese. And that tower is burning down pretty quick as they're starting to line up. Deserted sitting here on the trees waiting for that blink in, but they're playing it pretty smart here. Just wearing down the tower with these Ember Illusions. Repel going out on KY as soon as these illusions expire, and they do finally bring down the tower. They still don't know Deserted is here, so as soon as they aren't spread out, Fissure going out, as well as the Echo Slam just straight onto KY, but Winter Wyvern gets off a beautiful ult onto ACL. A Blast coming in the back, but Now the Earthshaker down. Now with the Night Stalker down, PA has to buy back as well. Ryguy is silenced up, and she will be falling. PA jumps right back into the midst of the full team and gets wiped. That's a dieback, and you know that's actually going to be game, as there's nothing more they can do. Just the AA by himself, and they're going to play pretty greedy here, as they might actually go to dive for this full team wipe as they take yet another set of wrecks, and this is probably going to be the second game here for TBG.
Chaos Energy might fall to the fountain. Yeah, burns his Aegis. Oh wait, Venge has the Aegis. Never mind. So, you know, just a casual death, whatever.
Well, Bob buying back, so quite a bit of gold going to an AA. He will be able to finish his X probably. Doesn't buy it before he throws it the blast. Interesting. And Ember buying back. So
he can't finish the Ags.
Last bit of racks here. And that should basically be it.
The Dire now have mega creeps. Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
the lineup completely changed for BangBang, and it was looking pretty good there as they were winning quite a few team fights. But ultimately just not enough, as they gave away a couple of key kills and ended up losing 2 racks, lost the Rosh, and just not able to come back. So that will be a 2-0 sweep here for TheBusinessGaming over BangBang in JoinDota League Season 8. Thanks for everybody coming out to the Twitch stream tonight. Go ahead and give us a follow on Twitch if you like the stream. We should be casting here even more in the last upcoming weeks here for JoinDota League, thanks to my co-caster 71.
You're welcome. As I like to say, good fight, good night.
And go ahead and follow our Twitter pages. I'm at SubZeroDota, and you can find the rest of us at NMMDota. Thanks everybody, and have a great night.